I'm too sexy for my cosplay. I'm too sexy for my cosplay. On Cosplay Cafe. Yeah, I'm a cosplayer. You know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the con floor. Yeah, on the con floor. Oh, on the con floor. Yeah, I do my little turn on the con floor. And I'm too sexy for my cosplay. I'm too sexy for my cosplay. On cosplay.
Pokeballs by Crayley is your one-stop shop for handmade magical creations that celebrate all the Pokemon universe has to offer. Available on CrayleeVanessa.com. That's CRAYLEV. Pokeballs by Crayley is your one-stop shop for handmade magical creations that celebrate all the Pokemon universe has to offer. Available on CrayleeVanessa.com. That's CrayleeVanest.com. And possibly coming to a con near you.
One nightmare destroyed Aidan O'Donnell. Aidan Gray, aka Scorcher, was born out of those ashes. The Forces of Nature trilogy is about the destructive powers of having superpowers that you don't understand and can't control. It's about redemption, about finding love and finding yourself. You can find the first two books, Scorcher and Thin Ice, online wherever books are sold. You can also pre-order the upcoming audiobook for Scorcher at www.kellygetner.com. That's www.KELLYGUENTNER.
Hi everybody, it's Andrea and it is time for the Cosplay Cafe. Today we are talking pirates. Like I told our guest, you're lucky I didn't come dressed as a Garfield pirate today. But my guest is one of my very, very, very good friends. She's amazing. Her name is the total opposite of a pirate. This is Angel. She is Ruby Storm. I'm just going to go ahead and bring her in so you guys can meet this lovely pirate lady.
Arrgh. Hi there.
I knew you'd do it. You had to do the arrgh.
I have to.
You've already got a comment, and it is from DL Memphis, one of our other lovely show friends. She said, wanted to leave the comments by saying Angel and her crew are Mid-South pirates.
Thank you.
Thank you, DL. But look, I told you what we do here is we boost people's confidence, we make them blush, and we are the positive people. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Angel, tell our viewers how you got into cosplay.
Well, that's an interesting story. Very interesting story. You're not going to know where this is going. So, a million years ago, I decided to start taking belly dance lessons. And it just so happens the person that owned the studio that I did the lessons at, she had gone to New Orleans and there was a pirate fest or pirate fair there. And she's like, ooh, I like that. I want to do that in Memphis. So she did. So the first pirate fest that we had here in Memphis, she had us do a routine dressed as pirates and to the song Hit the Road Jack. And we had a guy dressed up as Jack Sparrow that was part of the routine. And I always loved to dress up. So I was like, this is fun. I like this. And then I met another group of pirates here. So I joined that group. And that's kind of how I got my start. And of course, my costume or my gear, my kit didn't look anything like it did way back then. It was very, very limited. So I've definitely changed my look over the years.
It's an ever-evolving thing, I think, especially if you have an original persona.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a few more comments already. DL also said, I love Angel so much.
She's awesome.
She's gonna fly. DL is one of the kindest humans on the planet.
Mm-hmm. She actually got me also into doing some vintage pinup stuff and modeling.
Yeah, oh, well, She's queen of vintage. And Mark Dijonnet says, bonjour. How much does it cost to buy a Mickey Mouse hat? A buccaneer.
I like that one.
We
That's
love
a good
bad
one.
jokes. And Cool Gamer said, hello, everybody. Hello,
Hi.
Cool Gamer. So, Angel, you can just tell us what about your cosplay journey? What, any highlights in your cosplay life?
Several, yeah. Started out, obviously with the pirate group, and I loved doing it, and I was like, I want to do something else. And so I found you guys, Cosplay Memphis, and started doing different like princesses, and then different Disney characters and superheroes, and of course Ruby Storm's she's me.
She is you.
That's all there is to it. She's me. In fact, like
I'm so used to be like the gritty pirate that when you do the princesses, I'm like, it's such a polar opposite.
I know, right? I know, right?
But you still look amazing when you do that too.
I think we did at one. I don't remember. I think it was the New Year's Eve silent ball drop.
Yeah,
I had my sword there, and I was in my princess. I don't remember which one. Might have been Cinderella. I don't know, but I was wielding my sword, which I do have here. We can discuss weaponry. So yeah,
literally the pirate group that Angel is, they have a pirate fight club. They do fight demonstrations, and so this woman knows it's not just a look. She can wield the sword. It's not just a prop. It is actually something
and
she can do.
If you, I've had my fingers busted. Yeah, we do have a stunt coordinator, and I remember the first day of how the group actually got started. One of my friends is a librarian, and if nobody knows, September the 19th is International Talk Like a Pirate.
Which was perfect. I had forgotten that when I asked you to do this. So that was awesome. It's right before the Talk Like a Pirate Day.
And so one of my librarian friends, she did different programs at the library, and she wanted fighting pirates for her event. So she contacted me and a couple other people, and we did a routine, and it was a, pun intended, it was a hit. Kids absolutely loved it. So after we practiced for about a month, the first day of practice, I picked up the sword. I never held one before. These things are really heavy, and they're not to me now because I'm used to them, and I can do all kinds of tricks and swing them around and stuff. But that first time I picked it up, I literally picked it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so heavy. Our stunt coordinator, I hit him square right in the head. First night of practice, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
You're like, whoops.
He was okay. He had a hard head. What can I say? And he came back. He came back the next week. So we practiced for about a month, I'd say, maybe 6 weeks at the most. The event was a success, and I'm like, I love this. I don't want to stop doing this.
That's Benjamin Hook's library.
It's addictive. It's exercise, and it's just it's fun, and it's a good stress reliever too. Have a bad day at work. Go hit your friends with swords.
Let's see, we got a few more comments from Vivian Foster, another friend of the show. She said y'all look awesome.
Thank you.
And DL said she can instruct you to fight with a sword too. She's talking about you.
And we've done that a couple of times, like some of the events that we've done in like for the kids, we learned our lesson. If you give them one of these, you have to keep your hands on, because they will go after their sibling. So a lot of times we'll use like the foam ones for them and to teach them how to do it. Safety first. Yes. And Garrett Dunwald said, hello, Andrea and Angel. Captain Hook is on deck. Those were fun events. And he said, Nikki and I are watching. Awesome. And then from Misty Pierce, my sister, she said, loves the Pirates. Thank you, Misty. Even though you're out of town doing your thing, you're supporting me here too. Yay. Love it. We love the family support. We're all one big family, blood or not, around here. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like, I met you through Cosplay Memphis. I met Garrett, Nikki, and so many other people we've had on the show. And that is my family.
Like, you guys have become family.
Absolutely.
And guys, I cannot literally tell you, Angel was named appropriately. This woman is a true angel.
Thank you.
All the towns I have been through in the last few years, one of the people always checking in on me is Angel. Always there checking in on me, asking if Mom's okay. You have been a very constant good point in my life. And that's why I really wanted to share not just your pirate cosplay, but you with our viewers, because you're just an amazing human, ma'am. And I told you, I'm going to probably make you blush or cry at some point in this show. Just deal with it. That's what I'm here for.
Pirates cry. Or this
Other
one.
than having to mute the mic every now and then because I had a head cold and I've still got a cough, so I'm trying not to cough in the mic too much.
Yeah, these seasonal allergies wreak havoc with me.
I said, as long as it's not COVID, I'm good. I'm getting my new vaccination before I go out of town. Got a con coming up, and you know how con crud is.
Yeah.
And we leave a week after the con, so no con crud. We don't want con crud.
No.
And
I've
from
heard that
Misty,
one. It's not good.
Misty said the world needs more angels.
Oh, thank you.
She said it as you.
Aww.
And Garrett said pirates cry when the rum is gone.
Why is all the rum gone?
You know,
The person that
sometimes
drank
you just need a drink sometimes. Yeah. You know, life
You
gets
know
a
why
little
they
rough.
drink rum? Or
Teach us.
grog. Okay, so back when they were on the ships, the water didn't keep. So they would have to add rum to it, and it ended up being what they call grog to keep down the bugs and stuff so they could actually drink it and not die.
Well, because you can't drink salt water.
Exactly.
That's not good for you.
Exactly.
So, see, look, guys, we're talking cosplay. We're all getting mushy and emotional, and we're learning. Angel said, or DL said, especially pirate angels. We need those. And she said she's all for me grog. And look, we got quite a few little active posters that said cheers mateys from Evermore. DL, you're killing me. She said me noggy grog. I can hear that in her voice. That's the best part. I literally hear it in my head in her voice.
Changes at events. Those are fun. Do you know why they had the sea shanties?
Why do we have sea shanties?
Because when they were working, it helped them keep a beat and keep a rhythm and working, especially when they were pulling the lines. Okay. They would get a rhythm going, and the sea shanties would help them with the go through their day.
You know, makes sense. I sing to myself a lot, so why wouldn't the pirates sing to themselves?
Exactly.
See, but Angel's over here telling me she's not the historian. She says another member of her group is the true historian, but she's got some.
I have a little bit of. I've learned a few things over the years, but we do have one of our members, Lisbeth, that's part of the group. She is definitely our historian of the group because she can give you all of the facts and she can quote them, and it's like, I don't remember that, but I remember a few things here and there. I have retained a few of the knowledge. That's
good, though. You know, it's fun to know the background of like what you're doing, even though it's all for fun. It's to get to be an adult playing dress up, but it's still cool to have that
a little
knowledge
bit more.
Yeah. DL is she's killing us. She said, "Get me some grog and I'll sing for you." I don't know if she needs grog to sing for us. I think she usually will sing for us pretty good anyway. But she said she was going to say Lisbeth about the knowledge.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to ask you Kelly's question.
Okay.
What do you always need when crafting? What is your one go-to for your costuming or crafting?
Depends on exactly what I'm doing. Of course, a glue gun. Gotta have a glue gun.
We would all die without a glue gun.
I don't really sew. I can hand sew a little bit, but I don't really. I have a sewing machine, but I don't know how to use it.
I'll teach you at some point. We'll get some sewing lessons going.
I'm going to take you up on that.
You know
So
where I live?
my go-to tool as far as crafting, because I do a lot of props,
Yes.
and is a glue gun. You can do just about anything with a glue gun. And
We use
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
my
glue guns at
costumes,
the repair station.
yeah, and a lot of oh, and good duct tape sometimes. I've had to I was at a Ren fair one time and my sandals, they just like they died.
Oh no.
And rather than being barefooted, I found some duct tape and I taped them up. So I taped them to my feet. So let's
You
just
didn't
say
want
they
to be
weren't attached.
historically accurate walking around the Ren Fair barefooted.
I know, right? And but yeah, I do a lot of costuming, and most of my costume pieces I piece together because, like I said, I don't sew. I will piece them together from different items I found at a thrift store. Thrift store is your friend. Now, some of my costumes, like my skirt, it's 25-yard skirt. I bought that online,
Yeah.
but like a lot of my this top, thrift store.
I've said
These right here, I made myself.
you and then another local cosplayer, Colleen Gilroy, are the
Yeah,
queens of thrifting.
yeah.
Like
I've seen some of her stuff. Yeah.
I go into stores and I can't find a thing. You two come out with like 3 bag loads.
Right. It's like I could use that. Hey, I could put. You actually helped me put together my white queen from I think it
Yes,
was
and we will
3
show that
different
off.
dresses I got from the thrift store, and I'm like, here, Andrea, make me a dress.
It was some dresses, a skirt, some random lace fabric you found. I had some white pleather that we made the corset out of. We will show you that to you guys in a little bit when we get to Angel's pictures. But yeah, you two literally can go into a store and come out with a full costume, and I'm like, I don't know if it's because I don't have the patience to go through.
Yeah, you have to have the patience to walk through the whole store and look, and it's like
literally item by item.
Mm-hmm. And it's like that pirate, that oh, that's like a princess. Oh, that'll do whatever it is that you're looking for. I did one costume from a pillowcase that I found at one of the thrift stores. I did my cosplay for Dune. It wasn't one of the, my friends thought it was going to be one of those pretty dresses. I was the worm.
We showed that, which I think was our humor in cosplay. I think we showed that one.
So I had the pillow. I transformed the pillow into the little back part of the worm that trailed me along, and I made the headpiece was when I got my dog. She had to have some surgery, so the cone of shame I had kept. So I turned the cone of shame into the teeth.
That is great. See, yeah. that is true creativity in cosplay. It's not always about making the most elaborate, crazy thing. It is getting creative with the materials you have.
I love it. It's fun.
Evermore said, yo ho ho in a bottle of rum, roll out the barrel. Polka is a descendant of sea shanties.
I did not know that. Okay.
It kind of makes sense, I guess, because they use like the accordion and stuff. So, and then DL asked, so where did you get your kit for your costume?
Places. Over the years, like my hair falls to give the illusion of having longer hair, because right now mine's all cut off because it's summertime. I made these, so basically just yarn pieces, and I took just a clip and I tied them to it. So then you can use whatever pieces you want. And the top, I got that at a thrift store. This one I made. I found that cute little thing at one of the craft stores and just strung it on a string. This one I found on Amazon somewhere. And then I just a scarf, and I bought this years ago from one of my belly dance friends. Of course, my replica gun. You have to have a gun because I am a pirate after all. I bought this from someone that I knew a long time ago, and I'm not sure where he had gotten it, but I've bought several others, and you can find them on Amazon. And just different pieces. Take scarves and tie them to you. Belts, just black belts or whatever color. My colors are specific to me. Ruby's my favorite colors are black and red. So therefore, my pirate character, her colors are black and red.
Very
And
appropriate.
and hence that's how I developed my name. My name, Rubies. Rubies are red. One of our ongoing jokes within my group when we do events and stuff is, who stole my rubies? And then that will start a fight, and then we'll do our fight routine. And
I love the backstory.
Boots just happens. The first pair of boots I had were my red boots, and you'll see pictures with me in my Supergirl.
Yes.
With the original ones. They have since gone on to a better place. So now I can't find them. I can't find the red ones again because that was my signature, and I can't find the red boots like those. I can find black ones, white ones. I can't find the red ones anymore. And I was like, I'm so disappointed. But,
how dare they not just be out there for you?
I had the white ones, and that's the ones I used for one of the events I did with the white rabbit.
Yeah.
Not the fuzzy ones, but the other ones. I tried to. They had the red ones at one point. I didn't need them then. And then when I needed them, when mine died, I couldn't find them. And I still can't
like
find them.
me trying to replace a wig for my Queen of Hearts because it's slowly getting tangled, and Arda doesn't sell it anymore. And I'm like, how dare they?
How dare you? Yeah, how dare you?
It's just like probably with your boots. They were probably a good selling item, and then they just discontinue it. And you're like, wait a minute, I need it.
I found those particular ones at the thrift store.
Yeah, I had a pair at
the thrift store. But then I found them online.
I used for several that were thrifted, and then I couldn't find them online anywhere, and I was really bummed.
Yep. Yeah. So basically, just my kit comes from just whatever, and it's changed through the years, and I have different looks depending on what type of event I'm doing. Sometimes if I'm just doing like sitting down talking, I've got more jewelry that I wear. Like I'll have a whole handful of rings. I learned a very valuable lesson about fighting and wearing items of clothing rings that you had not previously practiced in. Don't do it. I got my knuckles busted bad. I mean, it swelled up. It was like it was all the way up to here. It was bleeding, and we're like, ow.
Like, whoops.
Ow.
DL said that I find it very appropriate your kid has been given to you by your friends and fam.
Yep.
I mean, it's appropriate. It's kind of pieced together. It's pillaged. It's a pirate. I mean,
exactly.
They got what they could. They didn't always get to buy new. Whatever ship they attacked, I'm sure they probably took not just the valuables, but the clothing.
Exactly.
The shoes.
They took everything that they could sell. So they would
I'm over here.
What they could use, and they would sell the rest. Yeah.
I'm over here being a barefoot pirate today, and I'm like, that's actually pretty appropriate. Most of them, if they couldn't afford them, they were running around barefoot. They didn't have the boots.
They didn't have choice.
I'm kind of glad I don't have to go barefoot like a pirate all the time. I love being barefoot at home, but in the real world out.
Yeah, my feet are a little tender for that.
I see people walking around at Target where I work barefoot. They'll take their shoes off and walk around the store. I'm like, do you realize how gross?
No.
That's we live in a modern society where you can be clean and hygienic. Please wear your shoes.
Exactly.
And so Dias Cartoon says hello. That's our local artist, Devin Hodges. He is a fantastic young man. DL asks, what piece do you want next?
Ooh.
She's giving you the hard questions here.
I'm going to have to think about that. Well, I always want more swords. Swords are a good thing.
Gonna need a bigger belt for that. Gonna need a little more space to wear that.
I do. I definitely.
We'll get you the ones that you can put on your back and everything too. Get you a little harness back there.
I actually do have one, and it goes across like here, and you can put one sword in there.
Yeah, like the bandolier type.
Yeah,
that's awesome. She just wants to continue being able to pillage with all the weapons.
Exactly. They're fun.
If you're a woman on the high seas, especially, you really got to be able to defend yourself.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And a lot of people think that there weren't women pirates. There were.
There were. I mean, and they were the ones that I know of. Like you said, you've heard of more. I've heard of several, and the ones that were ruthless.
They were very ruthless. They
didn't let the men walk all over them. And the sad thing is women are still having to fight that way today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We just might not be, throwing men overboard.
Exactly.
No, they were definitely ahead of their time. Being very much the feminist woman going, if a man can do it, why can't I?
There you go.
I mean, and some of them were cut down just as brutally as the men were.
Yeah, they were.
They were. Oh, Dale's asking all the questions tonight. She said, does Ruby have a backstory? If so,
she asked because she knows.
I think she wants you to tell everyone.
She knows part of it anyway. Actually, Ruby Storm has a backstory. She was a traveling bard who left home and ended up falling into a group of pirates. And she set off on adventures. And then she eventually had her own ship. Her own ship is called the Scarlet Fury. And she has her own crew now.
You don't want that ship coming for you.
No, you don't.
I've seen the pirate fight demonstrations. You don't want Ruby Storm coming after you. I mean, if you do, you're not a smart person.
You should run. You should run.
That or you think you're better than you are.
Let's just say my stunt coordinator, he's a very good teacher.
Yes, guys, if you're ever at a con in the Mid-South area that they do their demonstrations at, you want to go and watch them. It's amazing.
The last one that we were at Tupelo Con.
Yes.
We've gone there several years. And we actually have like it's a small arena, a couple of pieces of carpet take down and blocked off, and we get a lot of kids coming up wanting to learn how to sword fight. In fact, we had one. It was funny. We were sitting down. We had already finished, and we were just kind of resting for a minute. Little kid runs over, starts grabbing one of our swords out of the thing. Can I borrow this? And we're like, what do you want to borrow that for? We're reaching for it. Wait, no. And he wanted to run over. They were playing in the area over across from us with the those little foam, the noodles, like the pool noodles, and they were like fighting. And he was going to take one of ours over there and join that fight. I was like, no.
Ooh, he knew he was going to win then. Dude, kids are ruthless. They're wild. Especially when they get turned loose at a con. Like, you look around and you're like, where is your adult?
Oh, there's been more than occasion that we've done one of our things at an event, and we've had to like, nope, give me that back. Because the kid are just like, mine? No, not yours.
Yeah, that's the wild thing I've noticed with kids is it doesn't always register to them when they ask if they can hold your sword, they can hold your, when I'm Captain Carter, if they can hold the shield, they suddenly think you've given it to them and they try to walk off with it. You're like, oh, go back.
Yeah.
DL said, Scarlet Fury, nice touch. And Dives Cartoon said, let me practice before I challenge you.
That's a good plan.
Smart kid.
Smart.
You're
okay,
a smart boy. Okay.
All right. We have our tankers. Do you know why, or does anybody out there know why it's a see-through bottom? Does anybody know the story of why we have a see-through bottom?
I've never noticed that they all have it. I've seen it on some, but I didn't know it was always on all of them.
Most of them. A lot of them.
Like pirate tankers.
Mm-hmm. Anybody?
Can they use it like a spyglass?
Nope.
When you held it up, I'm like, maybe.
That's not why. I know there's got to be somebody out there that knows that answer.
I don't know. We're not getting anything in the chat right now.
All right. Well, then I'll tell you.
Well, y'all don't win any prizes. I don't know what the prize would have been, but
too late. So, when pirates at rest, they're at the bar, they're drinking, they set their tankard down, they walk away. Before they take a drink, when they come back, they'll pick it up and look to make sure that there's not a coin in the bottom of it, because what would happen back in the day, the Royal Navy, they could walk by, drop a coin in the drink, walk off, sit over there and wait. Pirate or whoever walks up, takes a drink. You just accepted the crown's coin, so you are now in the Royal
So they
Navy.
basically
They
they
shanghaied
were
you.
recruiting you.
Pirates did not Shanghai. When you joined a pirate ship, you signed an article. You made an agreement of what you were going to do. You did it willingly. It was the Queen's Navy that did all the Shanghaiing.
Look, come on, it's countries, especially England. We all know they did some shady stuff to get people
Yep.
in their service. I mean, we're in America. We know they did shady stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We do. So now, guys, you know why the bottom of a tankard is clear. So you don't accidentally get recruited into the Queen's Navy.
Make sure it has a glass bottom so you can look.
So you don't end up. I figured if they're like, hey, they took our money, they belong to us. That's
exactly what it is. Yep.
That's not good. That's kidnapping.
Yes, it is. And they called us pirates.
A lot of the pirates were doing it because that's the only life they could live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was
a matter of survival.
And, they were probably surviving better then than they would have not being pirates.
Yeah.
They probably would have died sooner than they did as pirates. Probably. Oh, we're going to, after we answer Mark's question, we're going to do our catwalk because we're already halfway through the show, ma'am.
Okay.
So he asked if you have any ideas. What were some of the things the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise got factually right?
I'm going to have to think on that one because I basically, when I watched those movies, I just loved them for what they were.
They're so much fun.
In fact, my character is loosely based on the dress that they wore. That's kind of how I developed my character. So it wasn't really historical.
Yeah.
It was
I always say that
fantasy part, but
yeah, it always felt to me like watching that Jack Sparrow is the romanticized version of a pirate, whereas Barbossa is more of the true pirate. Because of course, you've got Johnny Depp being the gorgeous Johnny Depp.
Come on, let's be real.
Playing this, he's actually a good pirate. Mm-hmm. He's just. But and then the more you read of his story, like if you read backstory, his character, the reason he's drunk all the time is he went through some dark stuff. Mm-hmm. He was there when they were the wrangling slaves on the ships and, downing a ship with all the people on it. So, he's the kind of the goofy, the fun, the storybook pirate. Right. And then you get Jeffrey Rush playing Barbossa, who is
amazing,
gritty and the more haggard side of it. And I loved the way the two of them played the characters and played off of each other.
They definitely played well off each other, yeah.
Fantastic actors, first off. Yes. And then I love at the end of Dead Man's Chest, they didn't know it was going to be Barbossa coming down the stairs in Tia Dalma's place. They were actually told it was going to be the character Zoe Saldana played in the first one. Okay. And so the shocked look on Orlando Bloom's face and Keira Knightley's is literally like, what? Like that was not who they thought was supposed to be coming down the stairs. They didn't know Barbossa was coming back.
Right.
And I love that because again, he's this gritty version, and then you get him in the later ones where he's become the privateer, right? The pirates that were paid off,
exactly,
and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of Do we want accuracy? Do we want the romanticized version? Do we want a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. Yeah. I like the little bit of both.
We love the historical side, but I mean, once again, who doesn't want to see Johnny Depp play Jack Sparrow?
Right? Exactly.
And he's made so many kids happy with that, taking that costume to children's hospitals and doing it out of the kindness of his heart, because the guy's been pulled through the ringer lately, but he has always been like a really kind-hearted human. And I need him to just be Jack Sparrow forever.
I know, right? There is no Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp. I'm sorry.
I mean, he got the sparrow tattooed permanently. It wasn't just put on for the movie. He has it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on his arm permanently. He loved the role. DL asked, after this, then we'll go to the Capitol. Okay. She said, what about Black Flag for accuracy?
There you go. With the Black Flag, a lot of times they would, as they're sailing, they might have whatever country they're close to have their flag flying until they get closer, or either they won't have a flag, and once they raise that black flag, then you knew you were in trouble because they were coming. And the point of the black flag was for fear, plain and simple.
And I love they each had their own symbol, their own Jolly Roger.
They did. So,
all right,
but
ready to do a little bit of showing off here? I'll go first. Sadly, Kelly's not here. I don't sing when Kelly's not here.
Okay.
Kelly is the singer. Like, she even added lyrics to our new theme song. We gotta love it. Y'all, I literally threw this together with everything from the closet. I'm pretty proud of myself. This corset and my Merida underdress has become the most multitask pieces of clothing in my cosplay closet.
And those are the best kind of cosplays, is the ones that you can use for other things.
I literally made the corset. Y'all have seen this corset plenty of times before. I made it for when they did the Greatest Showman theme at NCFC one year. And I did like a ringmaster look. And now I've used it for so much. And I stole one of Mom's scarves, but I love this
that's
thing.
awesome. I like that.
And the plaid skirt was from when we did our Lone Wolf Comics episode. Okay. Thrifted.
Yay, thrifted. I like thrifted.
My earpiece just fell out. Sorry.
Oh, earpiece. I'll tell you the story about the earpiece.
my actual earpiece fell out, but ready to show you Ruby Storm?
For that earpiece.
You ready to show us Ruby Storm?
Sure. Here.
With your buddy back behind you?
Yeah, let's see. Move my chair out of the way. Get back. Okay, I'm having technical difficulties.
We're coordinated, guys. We got this.
I'm not wielding a sword right now.
She doesn't have
a sword in my hand.
You've got sea legs, not land legs.
That's right.
You're better on a ship.
I do have my weapons. I just can't swing them right now because I don't have enough room. But yes, so I've got my 25-yard skirt.
That's a lot of fabric.
That's a lot of fabric.
You could hide your whole loot under that thing.
I know, right?
That's why she has the big skirt. She can put a whole
treasure
chest under there.
What I got hiding under there.
All right. So you want to tell us about the earpiece before we go to your pictures?
The reason why they would wear a gold earring is when they died, this assured that they would be buried. So whoever found them, they would take that.
Cover the cost.
That was payment for burial.
Oh, it's kind of like the coins over the eyes kind of thing, but they had it.
Exactly.
I never knew that. I am getting educated tonight. I am loving this. All right. Let's show you guys some of Angel's other cosplay, and then we'll get to our viewer submissions as well. Let's see. How about we start with the one that got you into it? Let's see Angel in her belly dancing outfit.
Yes. And I highly promote belly dance. It is a lot of hard work, and it is so much fun. And that was way back a long time ago.
You sent me this one. I have never seen this, and I was just like,
I'm going to be honest with you, not many people have seen that one.
Well, now our entire viewership is seeing that one. So we're gonna move on to
That is my Twi'lek, and she was an original character, and right off the top of my head right now, I can't remember what I named her. I don't have her backstory with me right now, but she was basically she was a Twi'lek human hybrid, and she was a fighter pilot. And that jacket I found at the thrift store, and the patches that I have on there, the patches I sewed those on. I actually sewed those on. I bought those offline somewhere, and the pants and the top and the belt thrift store. The little mask that was I don't think I got that at the thrift store. I just bought that like at a hardware store somewhere, and then I added all of the I twisted up wires and made it whatever I felt like making,
kind of like a respirator.
And hot glued, and with the Liku, I painted those, and then made the little strips of fabric around it, hot glued them, and made the headpiece was actually one of those wrestler headpieces.
Oh, the ear guard kind of pieces? Okay.
Yeah. And I hot glued stuff to that to make it look more interesting. And the gloves I found at I don't remember which store, and just cut. I took paint and just kind of painted them a little bit to rough them up a little bit, and then cut the fingers out of them. The replica gun, that is actually my Rey's Star Wars gun, and I had that. I paid for that to have that 3D printed, and then the little things around the boots were supposed to be sort of like little torpedo type things that they might have had.
It's a Star Wars thing. You just keep adding stuff, and it gets better and better.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. Next costume.
That is my version of Poison Ivy, and everything that I have was, well, the wig obviously wasn't at the thrift store, but the dress and all the pieces I got, those were from the thrift store, including the boots and the little leggings. The little thing that I'm holding, I made that. Went to the Hobby Lobby, someplace like that, or Michael's, and bought all that and just kind of threw it together. I like doing my own version of things.
It's fun. Nobody's going to have the same one as you. You're not going to be the 17th Poison Ivy they've seen in the same outfit.
Exactly.
Now we're going to see a very different version of Angel.
That's my Cinderella. I had that dress made, and I added the part at the top. I added that part myself. That was fun.
That was the silent ball drop. That was one of them.
That was actually 2 dresses, and I took to one of my seamstress friends and said, I want a Cinderella. And she made me a Cinderella.
And you got to be a pretty princess.
That is my version. This is Gumdrop. This is my elf. Last year, I also have a Facebook page, Mid-South Elf Squad. And we did a couple of events. Some of my pirate friends, we were also elves, and
elves, pirates, same thing.
The crown I made.
I love the crown.
I made the crown. So
the crown
and that
is
was
great.
an event we did at one of the senior centers for back last year.
That's awesome. This one I think is one of your most fun.
That is my white rabbit. And most of the items that I'm wearing, I found at the thrift store. And the little clock purse, I kind of put that together.
It's so cute, guys. This one is so much fun. Part of the Wonderland crew with Garrett and Nikki and Paula and Lindsay and you and me. And whenever she's in this and I'm in the Queen of Hearts, she's with me all the time. And kids are scared to meet the Queen of Hearts until the White Rabbit tells them, we've made her promise to behave today.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. They do. Yeah. And I'm like, I guess. It's so much fun. We did how many events last year at the Botanic Gardens while the sculptures were there?
I think 4.
We did so many of them.
Yeah, it was a lot of them.
But it was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Okay. So I have done, if you know of a place called Cedar Hill Farms, they do a haunted hayride every year. for every weekend in October. And I was one of their paid actors on they actually have a pirate ship that me and my friend Elizabeth, we completely transformed that ship. When that wagon rolls up to that ship, you actually feel like you're rolling up into a movie set. We had it absolutely spectacular. So
I've
this is
seen
one of the
pictures.
days where I because they wanted haunted actors. So I actually got to play with makeup, and that was this look right here was something very different that I had not ever tried before. And I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. So I got the I think it's called collodium, and like the deep gashes in my face. Basically, put it on there, and it crinkles up your face, and then you just take your um, eye eyeshadow, take your whatever you're going to use tool, and just make the different colorations to make it look like bruises and gashes and stuff. And I forget what the kind of stuff that I got it at Spirit Halloween. The stuff I put on my teeth to
Yeah.
make my teeth blacked out. That was a lot of.
No,
And
I've
for my hair
seen
to look like that, I just took conditioner and just done it
right
through my
on.
hair, so it's all icky and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures from the haunted hayrides, and that's some impressive set work they've got there. It's crazy how big it is. I've never been, but
They pretty much let us do what we wanted. That first year that I did it, they actually didn't have anybody to work the pirate ship that year. So they were going to just completely bypass that scene in the hayride. And that was the last scene of the hayride. And a friend of mine had gone down there, and she did one of the other scenes. She says, "You want pirates? I know pirates." So she sent me a message and a couple of other people, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we'll be paid to be pirates. We would like that." So we basically just took over.
that's awesome.
Over.
All right, let's see next one.
That is my steampunk Supergirl. I wanted to do something like just different, and I was like, okay, well, I've done Supergirl. What can I do? Ooh, steampunk Supergirl. That sounds fun. So all of the little prop things, I either bought at the thrift store, I kind of made it and put it together myself, like the little piece on her shoulder, different things. Those were actually knee pads, like soccer knee pads.
Huh.
And I made little bullets and all of that, and added that and hot glue the stuff there, and then the little straps across here, hot glue.
Steampunk and pirate. The steampunk and pirate are very much in the same vein.
Yeah.
So, one's just a little more modern than the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's have just Supergirl.
There's my Supergirl.
And I can tell that's a Huff photo because he loves the atmospheric spray. Was that from the Carl Perkins event this year?
Yes, it was.
Whole bunch of us were there.
Yep.
Yeah. First off, that event is amazing. It's for child abuse prevention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We all get to be superheroes or Harry Potter characters, or the Star Wars people are there. And man, we all just have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I kept seeing you doing it, and I had not gotten to, and last year was the first one. And now I'm like, I have to be at every one of them.
That's how I am. I have to be there. Whatever I'm doing, I have to be there. That is the one. I have to be there.
Because you and Loretta had always been doing them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I was like, I kept seeing the pictures from you, and I would see Mark and Marcy and so many other people. And I'm like, I want to do this event. And it always fell when I was working. And finally, with me being off on Saturdays now, I've gotten to do the last two, and it's just the best.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Let's go to, here's another
There's
beautiful.
my White Queen. That was different dresses and just a little different things. And we basically, I think we designed that in one afternoon, didn't we?
We put it, Angel came over to my house. We put one of my dress forms in the den, and we just started pulling dresses and skirts and lace and pinning it on there and came up with it.
Yep.
The best part for me is the collar, the high lace collar, guys. Mm-hmm. We'll have to show these pictures, like share them on our social so you can see it up close. That's a skirt. We cut it and turned it into a high collared part just to give you that, because that lace was so pretty.
It was gorgeous.
And
Still is.
then I just made a little underbust corset. You put a petticoat underneath it. We threw some rhinestones on it for some sparkle.
Yep.
And the kids loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you did that
the White Queen, the White Queen. I was like, oh,
they kept. You had been doing the White Rabbit, and they really responded to that.
Yeah.
But I had never had a foil to my Queen of Hearts, and so I'm the bad guy. I'm the one they're all like, ooh, and you walk out, and you're just in this flowy, pretty white, and they're like. I remember because you walked out of that dressing room, and these kids just turned and literally gasped.
Yeah.
And that is the best feeling as a cosplayer.
It is.
Especially because the kids, if they don't like it, it's going to come out their mouths.
Oh, absolutely.
But they saw you, and they were so awestruck by the White Queen, and it was
that was
so
amazing.
good. And then, of course, the pictures in the beautiful botanic gardens here.
Absolutely.
Y'all come to Memphis. We got a lot of cool places.
Yes, we do.
Now,
we do.
Here's got 2 versions of your last one in here.
That is my Huntress Red Riding Hood. Don't mess with her. See, she's already been after the wool. She's already got the wool. She's wearing his tail on her belt.
She didn't need the huntsman to save her.
No, she didn't.
That here's you being a little more the demure version.
Yeah, there's more of a traditional version of her.
Still a little spooky with the backdrop happening and everything, but Angel, I feel you like to go a little on the spooky side with some of the stuff. I like a little bit of it.
I like a little bit of grit.
You know what? And that is totally, completely awesome and fine. Now we have some viewer submissions because we are already at the 51-minute mark. Can you believe we've been doing this for almost an hour already? That's what happens when people are around. I talk a lot.
That's okay.
Let me see. We have a comment. What is our comment real quick? Dias Cartoons. He said, Huntress Red Riding Hood versus BB Hood from Darkstalkers needs to happen.
Okay.
I was like, Let's see here. Let me find the start of our submissions. Our lovely, lovely DL being a fabulous pinup pirate.
Yep.
Yes. I didn't know she had so many pirate looks. I absolutely love it. And
I had forgot about those 2 on the top. I had forgot about those.
The one that looks like almost the assassin sneaky pirate up there.
I forgot about those. Yeah, because we had a photo
those,
shoot.
I'm like,
yeah, we had a big pirate photo shoot that day. I forgot about those. Yeah,
we love it.
Some amazing stuff.
And then here is Honey Blossom Cosplay, Colleen, doing pirate versions of Luna, the cat from Sailor Moon in human form.
I love the pirate mask.
And then she also did CL from the manga Kuroshitsuji, Black Butler. He has some pirate looks in it, so she did that for a performance. Here's another amazing local pirate, Heidi, otherwise known as 4-H.
Oh, wow.
She's got her Harley Quinn pirate. She's got a fairy pirate, which I love. She wore that to an event at Le Bonheur, and the kids loved the pirate fairy. They thought it was the greatest.
I haven't seen those 2 in person.
The pirate fairy I saw back in April at Easter time when we did the event. Super, super cute. Now we have a couple more. This is Loki of Summit City sending us his Jack Sparrow.
Nice.
We love it. We actually had a couple from the Summit City cosplayers in that area. They're friends of our former guest, Mark DeJarnay. They do a lot of cosplay. This is their founder and creator, Evernight Cosplay. And she did her, I just lost the name and we talked about it right before when the show started. Her own version of the real female pirate. And I lost her name. Was it O'Malley? Grace O'Malley. There it is.
O'Malley?
I had a brain moment there, everyone. But I love it. I love, once again, the doing your own take on something.
I love that.
And she makes a fabulous
I love
pirate.
being able to make it your own.
Yes.
Bring
And
your own
then
personality into something.
our last one is Angel's Group, the
Yay!
Mid-South Pirate Blades. You can tell us about all the folks in here.
Okay, I will. Because I'm turned around. The one that's
so
which direction? Okay, so we've got the one with me in it, and that's Elizabeth. And then the one she's our historian. And then the one in the middle there, that's Alan Gilbreth. He is our stunt coordinator.
He's a fantastic guy.
Yes, he is. And then there's Elizabeth again. And then the one that's in the middle, that's me and my first mate, Eva. And we were at Zubu, actually. And they had like a little pirate ship there. And we did we were in that area when they were doing the Zubu. And so we're like, okay, we've got our pirate stuff. We've got our thing. We got to at least do a little bit of fighting. I mean, come on. I've got a sword.
I was there for one year. I remember going there with some of my theater kids, and y'all were there doing your thing.
Yep. We did that a couple of years. And so we got those shots. And then down in the corner over there is Elizabeth. No, over on this side, that's Elizabeth again in the pants and the yellowish shirt. And then we've got Alan again in the middle. And then there's another picture of Eva.
All fabulous.
Those are just some. I do have more. Those are some of my pirate blades. And we just have a blast.
That's the best. Like, just having fun with it. That's what it's for.
We've done all kinds of events. We've done kids parties. We've done Zubu. We've done stuff out at the Shelby Farms. We've done parties at like churches. And
that's the most random place to bring pirates.
I know, right?
Bring your pirates to our church festival.
Yeah. We've done a lot.
I'm sure some of the pirates were religious. I mean, come on.
We've done a lot of library events, and that's typically the most different like venue that we do with different pirate events. And we'll do like the
Benjamin Hooks library.
We do a lot at the Benjamin Hooks. We've done other local branch libraries throughout the city of Memphis.
I remember the one you did my Queen of Hearts photo shoot with my little theater student Isabella, and the next day y'all had the pirate event, and she and her family went to that at the library because she ended up she was so excited. She's like, I got to go fight.
Yeah.
She's now 18 years old.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Wow.
That was 2018.
Wow.
We did that shoot 5 years ago.
Oh man.
She definitely doesn't fit in her Alice costume anymore.
I bet she doesn't.
We're actually first we're about to make her a Cinderella because she joined Cosplay Memphis in April.
Nice.
So we're gonna start her one so she can do the Halloween hike with us at the Botanic Gardens.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So see, I've known Angel for a few years, guys.
Wow. Just a few.
And also, once again, like I just said, she did our photo shoot. Not only is Angel an amazing pirate, a fighter, a person, she's also a fantastic photographer. So if you're in the Memphis area and you need some good pictures, you can hit this lady up.
I love to take and I like to do a lot of candid shots.
Oh, there's some of my favorite ones of me and Isabella were ones that we weren't posing. You just snapped as we were getting into the poses, and they feel so much more natural, and they were just so good. And then you gave her a sword, and she was super excited. You gave her a 13-year-old a sword, and she's like, she's over there for moms at the shoot.
No, that's mine. I'm taking that back with me. You can't have that.
She was so excited.
But I think you can get those swords. You can get them on Amazon. Cold Steel and Blades USA.
I bet you now that she's old enough, she's 18. She could probably be happy to come join you. She'd probably pirate it up with you.
That would be awesome.
You got you some fresh blood in there.
We're always recruiting.
And she's a theater kid, so you know she'd go for it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'm about to give you the full screen, and I'm going to ask you your advice to people just starting to cosplay.
Don't let it hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back. If you see something that you want to do it. Have fun with it. Make it your own. You'll see all these different types of cosplays, and yours may not look anything like that. Don't let that stop you. Make it your own, because that's one of the things that I've enjoyed most. Like, this is my own character. I created her out of my head. That could be scary or that could be fun. Just play with it and make it your own and have fun with it. Have fun with it. It's definitely worth it.
We like that idea. Make it your own. Have fun. Don't let anybody hold you back.
Yep.
That's what we're about here, is the positivity. Anybody can cosplay. Yep. Don't let somebody tell you you don't fit the look.
No.
Because don't tell them you're, like when DL was on, let them tell you you're too old for it. You're not the right size. You're not the right shape. You're not the right color.
Right.
Just have fun with it. Because
have fun. Make it your own and have fun. On the whole, you're too old for it. A good chunk of everybody in like Cosplay Memphis wouldn't be doing this anymore. Because if they think if it's for only the 30 and under crew, we'd have like what, 2 or 3 people? Probably, yeah. I think most of us I wouldn't be there. I would have reached that age limit, but I would have. I was out of the age limit by the time I started. You're as young or as old as you think you are. And like you said, the Fight Club part, the belly dancing you've done that got you into all this, that's kept you in shape. It's kept you feeling like you're not aging as fast. Exactly. Being active is definitely good as you get older. You definitely want to stay as active as you possibly can. It keeps your mind sharp. And the creativity. Let your creativity flow. Don't let anybody stop your creativity. No, because especially with this whole, like you do, create your own characters, create your own versions. It's limitless once you get going. And it can be so much fun. Oh, it's tons of fun. All right, so we're just a little over an hour, but that's okay. Yay. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for having me. You educated us. I've wanted to share you with our viewers for a while. Thank you, everybody that's been commenting. Last thing, where can people find you if they want to get in touch with you online? We have a Facebook page, Mid-South Pirate Blades. I also have my own character page, Pirate Angel Cosplay. That's also on Facebook. We do have a website, Mid-South Pirate Blades. And it's PRY, right? Yes, PYRATE. I can't spell. BLADES. And you can find us at pirateblades.com. There we go. So if you guys are interested, especially if you're in the Mid-South in this area, once again, Memphis is full of amazing cosplayers in this area. I'm eventually going to cycle through all of them on the show. And so everybody, we are going to say good night. We're going to run our ad from our sponsor, and we will see you next time. Good day, me hearties. Talk like a pirate on the 19th. Arrgh.
Cosplay Cafe is sponsored by wildcosplay.com, which is your one-stop shop for quality costumes and cosplay supplies. So click on the link in our show notes to get a 20% off discount. Or not, if you hate saving money. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Clicking on the link does help support our show. So, you know what? Just do the thing. Do the thing.